Ooh, hello there, my fellow miners and crafters. Good times. Scar here, bringing you another super awesome Minecraft episode. And in today's episode, we return to the Scarland roller coaster project to work on our undersea show scenes for the roller coaster. We're going to work on a very unique ceiling, so let's get this episode underway. Alright, and welcome back to Scarland, a land where we take survival building to the extreme, and we're here in the roller coaster project working on our underwater scene sections of the ride. And in our last episode, we did some pretty awesome stuff, but today we're going to do something really unique for an underwater feeling ceiling, so I'm really excited about that. So we've got a lot of stained glass, and that was no easy feat to get, so like rating would be really appreciated. Anyway, we could jump over here and take a look at our brand new pickaxe that we chose in our last episode. There apparently are a lot of Space Mountain fans out there in the audience, and that is really awesome that that you guys chose that, because that's a really cool ride. It's not only, you know, a very technical achievements that the ride did back in the day, but it's also a beautiful ride that, you know, it's in the dark, you're cruising through space, and it's just one of my personal favorites also. And yeah, that was really cool. There was a couple Thunder Mountains, there was a couple lots of great ones. We already did the Matterhorn, but Disney knows how to do roller coasters with a theme. They might not be the biggest, they might not be the fastest, but they always have that theme and that immersion that takes you out of that world that you're in and puts you in a new universe. And that's what I love about those types of rides. All right, so we're cruising down here, and the other thing before we get started was you guys wanted to get a little bit better look at our Viking ship. So let's slow down right about here, and let's just take a quick little look more at this. And as you can see, you know, you can see the little tentacles, and there's the officers of the ship, you know, trying to guide it away from the sea monsters. It's just kind of running up on some rocks right here, and there's the deck hands just freaking out. Once 1.9 officially comes out, we will be able to have, you know, the armor stands, you know, with actual swords, and that'll be really cool to see this guy trying to battle this tentacle going up here, trying to crush down the ship. And yeah, I'm really happy with the way that came out. I think that came out pretty darn cool. And of course, some people always ask, what is this down here? This is the ride photo section of the ride. So when you're cruising down here, you hit this little switch, and then the flashes go off and takes a picture. Now, it doesn't technically take a picture, but it at least gives the, you know, the feeling that it does, and it fits kind of the theme of the roller coaster. And welcome to the underwater section down here. And in our last episode, of course, we did all of this. We have the bubbles and the seaweed and the sand and all sorts of good stuff. But as you can see, we have scaffolding all built up and ready to go, because we're going to get right into it, and we're going to be working right up here. So let's just jump right into it here. And we're also going to be adding some of these dead bushes down here. They look kind of like seaweed, the way I've done it with my texture pack. So let's just grab a little bit of sample. There we go. And what we're going to be doing is we're just going to be slowly but surely adding all of these different stained glass like this, and it'll just give that immersion that you're underwater, and that's the kind of the ceiling, you know, just above you, you know, all looking all kind of, you know, watery. And I think it'll look really cool. I think this will look really cool. Now there's a couple things I might change as we go along, so hang tight on that. What I might do a little later, and this might be something I'm going to have to do off camera because it's going to be quite extensive, is to actually go through and remove that stone layer just above and actually add water. So that's what I've been considering doing. Now, let me know as we kind of go through here, what's your thoughts on that. We could also, let me just swap back over here. Let me grab a little bit of ice. And another thing we could do is let me just clear out just a little section up here. Okay. I just don't want the stone to show through. If you kind of are following kind of the design that I at least have in mind, we could also put ice up there. See how that looks? That might actually look a little bit better than actually doing all of the, you know, the water up there. That might be pretty darn extensive work, but let me know what your thoughts are on that. We could try doing the ice. We have a decent amount of ice. We don't have a, you know, I don't know if we have enough for the entire section, but we at least could get all the main areas of it done in ice, and I think that might look kind of cool. But so far, what are your thoughts so far on the ceiling? I really like it. I really do hope you guys do too. I think it really gives an immersion feeling to the ride, that when you look up in the from your car down below, you know, you look up and you're like, oh yeah, that's water up there. Oh, we're really underwater. That's really cool. So that's at least the idea of it. So that's why when we talked about naming, oh no, oh, we don't want that to happen. No. We don't want that to happen. But anyway, like we were talking about in our prior episode, we want to add immersion to it. So that's why we wanted to name our new pickaxe after a roller coaster that, adds theme. Not only does it add a bit of a thrill, a little bit of fun like that, but it also gives that immersion and that design to it. So that's why I really wanted to do my next pickaxe as something that, has a theme to it, a roller coaster that has a little bit of a theme. And I want to place a few just standard glass blocks like this here and there, so it gives it the feeling like there's bubbles like we've done along there. So once we just continue to kind of work on this, we're also going to work on the cave entrances. We're going to work on the walls and adding all those small details there. And let's just back up just a little bit and take a look at some of the progress. Look at that. Now this is going to be quite an extensive project getting this all arranged up here, but I'm really excited. I think this is cool. Whenever I come up with an idea that I get passionate about or excited about to show you, I hate sitting on it because I've had to sit on this design for a while. I really wanted to show it to you guys, so it's fun to kind of show it to you and hope you guys like it. There we go. And as you can see, now we're just kind of fitting all these different light. We have our cyan and our dark blue throughout, and I think that looks pretty good. I'm pretty excited about this. I think it'll look really awesome. Scaffolding is definitely something we need more of, apparently. I thought I had this pretty well scaffolded. Like, I figured this was the best scaffolding job we've ever had. Apparently we need more. We always need more, I guess. You never can have enough scaffolding. That's totally my next t-shirt. Something scaffolding related. Also, I need a logo for the Scarland roller coaster. I think it'd be really cool to have like a vector-based like logo for the Scarland roller coaster. Maybe like a roller coaster kind of car kind of cruising down with maybe like a, I don't know, creeper, or maybe a, what am I trying to think of? A villager, like a villager or something like hanging for dear life in it. That might be pretty cool. I gotta do that. I've been trying to learn Illustrator, but I just haven't had a chance like to really kind of like dive into it and really learn how to do that type of artwork. I gotta do that. Like that's just something that needs to go on my Scar to-do list, which is extensive, by the way. The Good Times with Scar to-do list is way too long, but that's something I actually really do need to add to it, because I really want to add some new t-shirts to my designs, and then that'd be really cool. And let's take a look at what this looks like from down below. It might be a little difficult with all of the scaffolding, and I did make a ladder, which makes life so much easier. Okay, can't quite see it too well, but look at that. Oh, that looks amazing. And I do think it is important to put the ice above there, so we are going to continue that ice. So yeah, let me get some more ice, and we'll continue that design along. All right, and welcome back. So I am adding as much glass or ice as I can up here, and kind of carving out some areas like this to kind of save a little bit on resources, because I'm probably going to have to go find a new Silk Touch axe and get some more ice. I know my current one is broken, so that's kind of a bummer. There we go. And I would definitely advise, if you are building this along with me and using this design, definitely use a Silk Touch pickaxe, because you might have to adjust a block here or there, and you don't want to break any ones, because it's, this is quite an extensive amount of resources to use. And if you're doing this in survival building, and if you kind of start breaking pieces of glass here and there because, for the design's sake, yeah, it's a bit of a problem. So make sure you use a Silk Touch. All right, there we go. One thing I did find is the glass and the cyan are incredibly close in color. So that's kind of a disappointment there. I might, let me actually pull out some light blue. That's at least a little bit of a distinction. Not much at all, but just a little bit. Something I might do is get some purple involved. Get a little bit of purple in here, get a little Twitch purple in there. That might help a little bit in the design. And then also adding just some standard glass blocks look really cool, I think. They kind of give it a little bit of a bubbly feel, and that's pretty good. So, of course, the dark blue here looks great. Like I really like the look of that. It's also one of the more expensive, if you will, dyes, because of being lapis, and lapis is incredibly valuable now in survival with enchanting and all that good stuff now. So But I think it's worth it. Like, I totally think this is actually worth it. All the resources being used, because I think when you come down here in the roller coaster, you'll look up and you'll go, whoa, that ceiling, it's extensive, and I'm underwater. So I think that's worth it. I definitely think that's worth it. Well, hello there, Eric the Enderman. How are you today? Eric, he's my big friend from our Twitch streams, of course. Now, the only thing about Eric is we gotta be really careful. We don't want to disturb him by looking in his eyes. He doesn't quite like that very much. All right, and look at this. We've got ourselves one extensive and amazing ceiling so far, and it's really coming together. As you can see, look at the detail in here. Oh, it's just exciting. I love this stuff. So much fun. And then we, just continue to add little blocks here and there, trying to really fill this all in. Now the question, oh, dang it, I didn't want to do that. But anyway, as you can kind of see the ceiling up there through all the scaffolding. But yeah, I think it's slowly coming together. What I was going to show you guys was this section right over here. Let me clear out these guys. There we go. How far I want to bring this back where we make our little cave entrance. See, this is going to be like a little cave that goes through there. And I'm not exactly sure where those zombies are going. Not exactly sure where they're going. Then they're coming down on us. They're coming down. All right, so let's get back to work and try to figure out where we want to move that ceiling down, and watch out for these. Oh, hello there, Eric. Hello there. There's not enough room on the scaffolding for both of us. All right, let me get back to work. All right, and welcome back. And look at Eric go. He's doing a lot of work today, helping me out, getting the blocks all settled and ready to go. Thank you, Eric. Anyway, we've got our ceiling. I cannot wait to reveal it, to pull down all the scaffolding and look at it. But we've got some work to do here, and the first thing we need to start is this little cave entrance. So what I'm going to do here is make sure I'm not going to bang my head. So I'm going to clear this section of scaffolding, and I can't finish the ceiling until we actually work on this. So that's why we're starting on this at the moment here. I originally was going to do this on Twitch, but we actually need to get this done now to finish this area of the room. And then of course we'll work on, is that a slime? Ooh, I need that actually. I need as much slime as I can. Anyway, let me bring this across like so, and then we're just gonna make like a really nice little arch across there. So things we will work on Twitch this weekend on are more of the cave entrances, more of that stuff. Now some of the Twitch streams are gonna show things that are already done or haven't been done yet, just because I am doing quite a few videos ahead of time, getting ready for my surgery and all that stuff. So all my schedule has been a little odd, a little off a little bit. Of course, you might have noticed that the Lego series has come to a temporary hold at the moment, just because it's been hard to keep up with all the just the personal stuff at the moment, and continue that series also, and still do, the S'more House, Scarland, and Stud Tech at the same time, and hopefully I can continue Ark. At least that's my goal, is I do want to continue that series. But let's see, bring that across there. There we go. And as you can see how we're doing this, we're just slowly bringing these pieces up like that, and I think it's starting to look pretty good. So then once we'll get all this kind of framed in, then we'll work on some of those fine details. There we go. We got that looking definitely better once we bring the ceiling up there a little closer. So we need to start beefing up these walls just a little bit. So we want to start applying just a little bit more stone here. And of course, like I said, we're going to add a lot more variety to the the stone. We're going to add, andesite and all those good stuff eventually, but we're just adding down the primer. So the stone here is the primer, and of course let's cut that out if we can. I always think I'm in Stud Tech with those redstone gloves. Those are amazing. They make so much easier if you just need to quickly knock out a block and you don't have a tool on you. There we go, and that's part of Tinker's, of course. All right, there we go. That's looking good. I like that cave entrance. That's cool. I love it. All right, let's sneak around the back here and just add just a bit more stone just to give it a little bit bigger of a foundation. There we go. Okay, wonderful. So now what we can do here is let's clear out any of this miscellaneous for a moment. There we go. Don't need any steak at the moment. There we go. And then we'll just bring this across there. And as you can see, we just slowly but surely add all these little bits of detail. And this is when things start to pop a bit. This is when you start seeing those details emerge and you're like, ooh, my, I like this. There we go, looking good. Then over here, we can kind of sneak in a couple little extra blocks like that, and then maybe stick that one right there, and then cover it up a little bit like that. Just little bits of detail like that, and you can slowly add those in there. There we go. Yeah, don't rush it. When I say slowly, it just means, just slowly methodically place the blocks, kind of haphazard chaos. Oh, hello there, Eric. Hello, how are you? Good? Great. You just left your little purple dust all over the place. Those little purple sparkles are everywhere. All right, there we go. And place those along there and right there. And yeah, so slowly add those pieces together, and I think that is going to start to look good. Let's jump over here and let's just cut in a little bit there, and now we can start to add maybe a little bit of coral. So I like these blocks, and I like to use them kind of as coral, similar to what we've done in our underwater creative house series. And I think that'll look really cool. And, you know, maybe stick another one right there. And yeah, look at that. See how that's slowly coming together? Haha, I love it. I love it. There we go. And then we just think we'll do something like that. There we go. That looks good. And then bring that across there. All right, let's continue to work on this and get this all wrapped up. There it is. Look at that cool cave entrance. Now we can continue to kind of add little bits of detail here and there. I want to add some more of our ceiling materials back there, but we have lots more little areas here and there to work on. Some more stuff we want to add to this area are possibly some columns. That would kind of represent maybe the lost city of Atlantis or something in that kind of theme wise. So there's that. I also would like to add some of these dead bushes that are a little bit different in my texture pack. I think it would look great as seaweed. There we go. And let's jump up here. Those are some of the things I really wanted to add to my underwater house. But like we talked about before, you can't really add plant life and stuff like that under the water because of those weird water pockets that go around it. I wish there was a way around that. I wish there was. We definitely tried. We definitely tried a couple different things when we worked on our underwater house. And if you haven't seen that series, definitely check it out. It's on my channel page. Like, check out the channel page and you'll see the playlist of the house. And I think it came out pretty fun. It was a fun themed build, if you will. And it was fun to kind of try some different things. We were using the prismarine blocks, of course, for the very first time for that build. So let me know if you've seen that build and if you enjoyed it. Yeah, that was definitely a fun build for last year. That was our creative house building series for last summer. Oh, that's looking good. All right, let's sneak on. Let's see. Let's actually work down here a little bit. Now, this cave. Oh, hello there, Eric. Eric, no, Eric. You silly. You silly. You're not supposed to be mad at me. That's right. That's right. You can't even get to me. You can't. You can't even get to me. Oh, you see, you're all calm now. See, sometimes you just gotta let the Endermen calm down a little bit. Sometimes they get a little upset, but they're your friends. They're your friends, so don't hit them with a sword. They just need to have a little calm down period. There we go. Awesome. So this area, like we've talked about before, it's not going to be seen by the viewer of the ride, so they're not going to come past here. So that's why we don't do too much detail in this section, just a little bit here and there, because you won't actually see that very much. So these little pockets like this over here are where people are going to see. So you want to make sure you add lots and lots of detail in these sections. But looking back, like these walls back here, the roller coaster is not going to see those. The riders aren't going to see those sections. So we don't have to go as extensive in those areas. Oh, he's coming after us. Oh, Eric, come on. I'm sorry, Eric. I had to do it. I had to do it. You'll be back. I know you will. I know you will. You're not gone for long. You're not gone for long. There we go. Looking good. Oh, I love it. All right, so let's actually grab out those dead bushes and then we'll clean this up. So just want to stick a couple of these cool little bush plants along here. And I think those look really, really cool. They look like little seaweed kind of growing around. And it really adds an extra bit of life to the room. Look at this. Oh, I love it. And I'll put one right there. Oh, this is really coming out. The lighting. So let's talk about lighting now. I'm not sure what I want to do about lighting. I would prefer it to be a little bit dark and moody. We're currently in non-show lighting at the moment. We're in, so we're kind of at the point here. We're trying to, I don't know. See, what I'm thinking is I would like this to be dark, underwater, dark. So to try to get that immersion in here, let me go grab some plants. But to try to get that immersion, we're going to have a lot of creeper problems. So not exactly sure what I want to do, but yeah, so let's clean up everything and let's do a final reveal. All right, and welcome back. And I cleared out all the scaffolding and let's have our final reveal. I haven't even seen it yet. Oh my gosh, look at that. Oh, that's what we were looking for, my friends. That is what we were looking for. That blue roof up there, all looking like water, and we're underwater. Now, as long as we can get our lighting kind of a little bit more situated, I still haven't quite figured out all of that, but look at how much detail is built up in here. and it truly does kind of feel like we're underwater, and this is pretty darn cool, my friends. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed it, and hopefully this was able to inspire you for maybe some underwater builds in your own worlds. That would be super cool. And if you build something like this, definitely send a picture of it to me on Twitter. I'd absolutely love to see it. And if you have any ideas for different pieces of lighting or something along those lines, that would be much appreciated. And I think this really does give us that feel like, let's do one more reveal. So we come through the cave here, and then it opens up into this, and I think it'll give us that feeling like, woo, we're underwater. And then we'll dip into the cave right here, and there'll be some little doodads around here and there. Come out here, there'll be a sunken ship, and then we'll go into another cave, and this might be the area where we do some Lost City of Atlantis type structures, and then we'll come out right about here, and we'll do some more cool things, and then at the very end, that is where the sea monster that was crushing the ship at the very beginning was. And yeah, well, there we go, guys. Hopefully this was an entertaining and fun to watch video, and if it was, please leave a rating. That would be much appreciated. And until next time, this has been Good Times with Scar, and we'll see you later. And don't forget to follow me on Facebook and Twitter. It's right here. That would be a great piece of fan art. Like, put all the blocks that we can't have in Scarland, and then just put like a really sad Scar face. You know, just me like right